For 4 years, Stephen Heifetz was a member of the secretive Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, known as CFIUS. It's an office that reviews the national security implications of foreign investments in the U.S.
What is its goal?
To make sure that any foreign investment does not create a national security risk.
How do you define national security?
People often say correctly that the term national security is somewhat amorphous.
Which is why many are asking if President Donald Trump can redefine CFIUS to enforce his trade protection promises. The panel can tell the president to block deals with foreign investors it says are a security threat.
Can the U.S. president make national security defined by economic security?
That's a good question. I think the answer is probably the president can do that. The CFIUS is a creature of the executive branch and so ultimately responsive to the president. So the president could nudge the committee in the direction of considering economic security and trade reciprocity. That would be a sea change in CFIUS, but I think it probably could be done, and I think there's a question about whether perhaps that is happening now.
Heifetz says there are signs to look for.
Historically, the vast majority of cases have cleared CFIUS, including the vast majority of Chinese acquisitions of U.S. companies have cleared CFIUS. So if we start to see that tide really turns, then we know that CFIUS is probably taking a more protectionist stance.
But the president could make other changes in complete secret that do affect foreign investors.
What if the president put additional members on the panel? Would we know?
If the president changed the executive order to indefinitely appoint a new member of CFIUS, that executive order is public and the change to the executive order would be public. But a case-by-case approach, which is how CFIUS generally operates, would not necessarily be public.
Any change could have broad ramifications for potential deals.
So intellectual property that is registered in the U.S., certainly a U.S. subsidiary, substantial operations, even that don't comprise a subsidiary, could all be construed as a U.S. business.
Have we seen since January 20th, when President Trump took office, more reviews of deals in the United States by foreign investors?
Last year, the number was 100 in the 170s, which is high, but this year they're on pace for over 300.
Jessica Stone, CGTN, Washington.